What's up, Duelist? Bandit Crowley here, bringing you my deck profile for the Harpie Lady decks as of April, after Dusa. This profile is going to be a little bit different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the deck profile like I usually do, and after that, we're going to be talking about some of the deck choices and some of the combos that you can make in the build that I have. My build's a little bit different from the average build that you'd see. So I like to call this my Harpie Harem deck, and let's get right down to it. Remember, of course, that if you have any questions, you can reach us at Twitter, Facebook, or here on YouTube in the comment section at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tutors. So we got 3 Harpie Queens, 3 Harpie Harpist, 3 Harpie Channeler, 2 Harpie Lady 1s, and 1 Harpie Lady 2, 2 Harpie Dancer, 2 Summoner Monk, 1 Max C, and 2 Harpie's Pet Dragon. That's going to be it for the monsters. Now we got 3 Hysteric Sign, 3 Harpie's Hunting Ground, 2 Infernal Reckless Summon, 1 Divine Wind of Mist Valley, 1 Elegant Egotist, Reiki, and Mask Change 2. That's it for the spells. Now let's go ahead and talk about the traps. Of course, 3 Harpie's Feather Storm, 2 Hysteric Party, 2 Icarus Attack, 1 Jar of Avarice, and 1 Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Alright, that's it for the main deck. And as far as the extra deck goes, we've got 1 Gagaga Cowboy, 1 Dweller, 1 Lightning Chidori, 1 Diamond Direwolf, 1 Ice Beast Zerophine, Pet Phantasmal Dragon. We've got 1 Castel, 2 101s, 1 Queen Dragoon Jin, 1 Dark Rebellion, 1 Number 11, 1 Draco Sec, 1 Flare Metal Dragon, and 1 Masked Hero Blast. Alright guys, so if you were just here for the deck profile, that'll be it. You guys have a week. And remember, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, at the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tutors. Now let's go ahead and talk about some of these deck choices here. First off, we'll be talking about Mask Change. We'll also be dealing with the Infernal Reckless Summons. I'm going to show you the combo with a Mask Change. Talk about this. Of course, the dancers are going to be an issue for some people. Alright, so let's get down to it. The combo that I ran into that I really like to do, and I want to put Mask Change at 2 in the deck because of how consistent it's been so far. I just wish I had it a little bit more because of how much I searched the deck between Hysteric Sign and Harpie Harpist. So what happened to me was I had these cards and a Hunting Ground in my hand. The Hunting Grounds are relevant to the combo. So I went first, I summoned Harpist, set Mask Change 2, kept these 2 in my hand. I was running against an invoked Wind Witch deck, so he summons Bell and activates this spell. I didn't really recognize it's new or OCG, or maybe most people don't use it. You tribute a wind monster on the field, then target 1 card in your opponent's field and banish it. So he targeted my Harpist in order to banish her, which means I wouldn't get the effect. And it's a Wind Witch invoked deck, so I know I have to deal with those monster effects. So I activated Mask Change 2. My cost was to discard Hysteric Sign. Harpist is still on the field at this point, so I chained Harpie's Feather Storm. It applied because there's a Harpie on the field, and resolved. Then Mask Change 2 resolved, and tributed the Harpist, making my opponent lose his target, so my Harpist wasn't banished, and I summoned Masked Hero Blast. Alright, so spell dead, It seems like I went -2 or -3. He's in a good position, right? Never researched harpies before, so he starts trying to activate the effects of the rest of his wind witches and his invoked guys so he can start summoning, start playing and beating me. But none of his effects are activating because of the Feather Storm. So that part is optional, but also a great part. He decides to set a Solemn Strike and end his turn. On his end phase, my Blast effect activates. I paid 500 life points to destroy a spell or trap that he controlled. And on that end phase as well, the effect of Harpist and Sign activated, giving me pretty much 4 cards of my choice from my deck. One monster with 15 or less, which is obviously Channeler for your combos, and 3 other Harpy cards. When I chose to grab a Feather Storm, he rage quitted. So that's a great combo. To me, it's a great way to plus. I'm thinking Mass Change at 2, and because of how much I thin my deck, I'll see it more than often enough. Because I see it maybe 2 out of 3 games as I do now. So at 2, I'll probably see it every game. So that combo is good to go. The other combo requires a bit of explanation. For example, as my deck choice for Harpie's Pet Dragon, some people say only run 1, some people say don't even run it, just spam 4. I prefer to run the 2 because I like my rank 7 options, and I run 2 instead of 1 because I don't believe Harpie's Pet Dragon can be dead in your hand. If you have 2 Harpie's Pet Dragon, the point to him is to summon him from the deck or discard him from your hand. He is still a Harpy card. So first off, you can discard it with my Wing Blast. You can discard it for Hysteric Party, which is obviously something you run in the deck. You can discard it for Harpy Channeler, because it's a Harpy card. If you have 1 in your hand, the 7 combo is already dead. But if you have 2, discard 1 to summon the other, your combos are live. And of course, you can always discard Harpist for Channeler, get the effect. So the combo that I'm talking about is literally every Harpy card, 1 Channeler, and Infernal Reckless Summon. Predominantly, if you go second, is when this will go into effect, or if you're in the middle of the game, which would probably make the combo a bit stronger. Most people run only 1 Dancer as well. Because of this combo, I run 2. I actually used to run 3, but as I was telling you, with the Mass Change 2, the deck choices, some of the cards that I have in the deck, some things had to come out to still be consistent. So let's say your opponent, let's say you're playing against a Red Eyes deck. You have Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon on your other side of the field. You normal your Channeler. You discard Harpie's Pet Dragon to the grave and summon a Harpy. Now you could summon Lady 1, but alright, Duelist, sorry about that. The camera and mic all of a sudden just stopped recording, but they saved the first draft. So from what I was watching, I was about to explain how Lady 1 doesn't work, because when you summon Lady 1, she's automatically at 1600 attack, so Infernal Reckless Summon can't target her. So you can run either a Harpie Lady 2 or a Lady 3 in order to get the effect off as well, in the case that you're not summoning Dancer. Right, so you would summon Lady 1 and Infernal Reckless on her, summon the other ladies. But what I prefer to do is to summon Dancer, because even if the Hunting Ground is playing, she's still at 14, and when you activate Infernal Reckless Summon on her, she is now treated as Harpie Lady when she's on the field or in the grave. So are Channeler and so are Queen. So Infernal Reckless Summon here, my opponent has to target one of his monsters, and because we're going second, he did his first turn. He more than likely only has 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon on the field. He could have some of the fusions that he still only summoned the 1 of. So you're not really dealing with somebody that's gonna bring out a bunch of copies of everything else. And if you are, you just change your end result accordingly. So now that you have a Dancer on the field, you can special summon from inside your deck your Lady 1, and Lady 2, because they're all treated as Harpie Lady. That is the ruling on them. So now you have all your wind monsters at plus 600 attack. You can exceed to get rid of some stuff. You could exceed for 3 for the Phantasmal Dragon. Let's just say this situation right here. You could exceed into Lightning Chidori, detach to bounce it back to the hand. And now you have a monster at 19, 19, 19, and 25. That's game. Or if you do Castel, if you don't want to use your Lightning Chidori yet, same, just bounce it 19, 19, 19, 26, game. Or if you want to play it really safe, you go your Phantasmal Dragon, and it's 19, 19, 26. This time you don't attack it, but you can attack directly and maybe exceed into something that'll get rid of it, like eat it with a 101 or something like that, which you can do right here as well. You just go 101, eat it, 19, 19, 19, 21, but at that point it wouldn't be game. So that's the main combo that I wanted to show you guys. This is basically the turbo part for the Harpie Lady deck. Whereas your engine is Channeler and Monk, and the turbo for that engine would be Infernal Reckless Summon, Hysteric Party. The main thing to know about Infernal Reckless Summon is that you bring out cards of the same name. The only monster with the 1500 requirement is the very first one that was summoned. So, in a kind of different scenario, let's say that first you discarded your Harpie Queen to the grave to add Hunting Ground. You played Hunting Ground, summoned your Channeler, discarded your Pet Dragon to summon your Dancer. At 14, she still qualifies. You popped 1 back row, 2 back row, Infernal Reckless Summon to bring out the Harpie Ladies. Now you can bring out from inside your deck your lady once, but Harpie Queen is in the grave as Harpie Lady, so you could summon her to the field as well. The same goes for Harpie Harpist, Channeler, Dancer. If you've already used the effect of a Harpist that it's in your grave, let's say this is your second turn that you're doing things, you could revive it with Infernal Reckless Summon, exceed with it, get the effect off, and then at the end phase you get the effect of Harpie Harpist again. It's great for recycling your cards. It's like Hysteric Party, but you do it on your turn. Alright guys, so that's what I wanted you to know about the combo, some of the deck choices that I've made. Remember, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, in all of those, we are the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tutors. Ask us a question and you shall receive the answers. Check out our podcast coming up this Saturday. That'll be episode 3, talking about Harpie Ladies. And in the build that we're talking about, I was actually not running Infernal Reckless Summon yet. We recorded that right before the structure deck for the Machine Reactor and Dino Smashers came out. These Infernal Reckless Summons, I got them from my copies of the Machine Reactor deck, which is a deck profile that we'll be bringing to you probably next week. And just to tease you a little bit, it is already made. It is right here. Alright, so this was Bandit Crowley. You guys have a week.